Barbara Warren, thank you so much for being here and welcome to the Paradise Perspectives podcast.
Thank you, my dear friend Roselle. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here, seeing you evolve the way you have. And thank you for the invitation.
It is an honor and a privilege. Seriously, I'm so happy that you could make the time. Now, listen, I was going over your bio and I just have to share this. Barbara Warren is the top ranked expert in Dominican Republic real estate for foreign investors and buyers. She's a specialist in pre-construction investments, turnkey properties, and high ROI rental assets. She's a trusted advisor for Punta Cana condos for sale, Cap Cana luxury real estate. She is also multilingual and so impressive because she speaks fluently English, French, and Spanish. She has a proven track record in international sales, marketing, and investor relations. Woman, oh my God. And a strong developer network across Punta Cana, Cap Cana, Las Terrenas, Puerto Plata, and the last one I don't know even how to pronounce it. Is it Michea
Meeches.
or is it Miches?
Meeches. It's the new
And
goalpost.
wow. And you are the founder of Santana Lifestyle Properties and the platform buywithbarbara.com. But before all of this, as if this wasn't impressive enough, I remember you when you were still here on St. Martin and you were going by the name Lady B and you were the owner and CEO and whatever was behind the woman behind Lady B Productions. At that time, you had your own shows, you were on the radio, you were the voice of, I think it was Radio Calypso. You were also the director of, oh my gosh,
Miss Hawaiian Tropic.
exactly, Miss Hawaiian Tropic. You were behind that for Frank St. Martin and Guadeloupe. But you were above all of this. I mean, as if this isn't inspiring and impressive enough, you were a friend. And from what I remember, you were always there to be a friend and you were always giving and you were always selfless. So I think without a doubt, the first question that I need to ask you today is super simple. What and who is the Barbara Warren besides all of this that we have just mentioned?
Wow, I feel so wonderful. I'm just going to stay here and replay that part. First of all, this old lady, I say it jokingly, I go by Barbara A. Warren for my digital presence, which is really important. And we can do a whole podcast on digital presence because when you Google me, if you do Barbara Warren, there's a 52 Barbara Warrens. If you do Barbara A.
Hmm.
Warren, so far I'm only one. So I go by Barbara A. Warren for those that want to look me up. Above all that, I am a very sensitive human being, very empathetic, a little bit too much, tend to feel too much pain, a very curious human being, and a very grateful human being. I'm above all grateful that I've made it this far in life, physically, mentally, spiritually, because I look around and I have people passing that are 20 years younger or people that are in really bad shape. And I'm really blessed. I'm a very grateful person to still be here. I've always been able to do what I like to do, and that's not everybody doesn't get to do that. I've done things I haven't liked to do to get to the goal that I had. My last corporate, quasi corporate job, I was bullied, I was harassed, but I stayed because I had a goal. And I knew this too will pass. So I'm going to stay here and I'm going to accept the disrespect, the lies, the dishonesty. I'm going to accept the bullying because I know that this too will pass.
Hmm.
So I'm determined. I'm grateful I got through that. And now, thanks to that horrible time, horrific bullying, that I accepted because otherwise I would have had to leave.
Hmm.
So you choose. It's not
Hmm.
always the most pleasant, but for that, I'm forever grateful. All the other things in life that have brought me to here, amen. I'm grateful for Irma because I would not have left. I was blown off of Irma and had to
Hmm.
start over at 60. I had
Hmm.
nothing when I came here. I couch surfed for a year. I had no credit. I couldn't open credit. I couldn't rent an apartment, nothing. It took 3 years to be able to pull it together, to be able to live normally. And I'm grateful because
Mhm.
for me, it's God that's had his hand in this. He blew me
Oh,
off that island
absolutely.
and he
I was
said,
like,
"Girl, you're going out. I
Mhm.
have other things you got to do. Stop, no
Yeah.
more dancing, no more playing on the beach in a G-string. You're gonna go into the real world now, girlfriend."
With the rosé in hand. Don't forget the rosé. We had so much fun on
It
the
was
beach.
so
Let's
much.
be honest. You and I and the group of women, you were like the best at that, at getting women together and doing stuff together just for fun, to just let your hair down. Like, how many times weren't you like, okay, girls, this Sunday we're going on a boat. I got a captain, I got a boat, I've got food. Who's bringing wine? That
That's
was
it.
it. And before you know it, on a Sunday, we were like zooming off all over St. Martin, on the waters of St. Martin, having the most fun. It was incredible. But that is the kind of person that you are. That is who I've always remembered. And when you're saying that Irma blew you off the island, that was probably because your time to
Was up.
leave came so much more before that, but you were still trying to fight your way through and staying and, holding on to the little that you had left. And then until Irma was your last sign to be like, hey, you don't belong here anymore. You need to go. It's time to move on.
It was the second time. I had left once and come back.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. So your background is super interesting because you were born in California.
Yes.
Then there was France was involved, St. Martin, obviously, but you have something in the DR. There's
My
something
mother
there.
was Dominican. I am first generation immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
I have American passport because in those days you're born in the States, you have the passport. But my mother
Mm-hmm.
and all her family are Dominican, and my father and all his family were Swedish. They were both immigrants to the U.S. in the 50s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've always grown up in a bilingual, bicultural family. In fact, Spanish is my first language, and then I learned English when I went to school. And then when I was 25, I went to Club Med and I was a GO there, a choreographer. And then I met a person, a man that I fell madly in love with. That first big, I'm leaving, I'm
Yeah.
going to Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, no French. But I went and I learned. And so now I'm trilingual. And even though I still don't have that person in my life, I had other people, thank God. I had
Yeah.
great corporate life out in Paris. And then one day I woke up and I put a post it on my computer that said Caribbean. That was in
Mm.
January. And in October, I was in Amsterdam for a conference and I was in the back with my shoes off and my feet up. And I told a girlfriend of mine that was there, I go, you know what? The second part of my life, I'm going to go live it in the Caribbean. And she goes, oh, we have a position opening up. Throw your hat in the ring. That's how it happened that I got to St.
How
Martin.
old were you at that time?
Barely 40. I just turned 40. And I said, okay. That was in October. They came to interview me from Paris. They came from St. Martin to interview me in Paris in December. And March 11th, I was in St. Martin.
Wow.
And I was
Impressive.
I
That's
was his second choice. He had a first choice candidate and she bowed out. And then he called me.
wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just amazing. And you stayed here for quite a while. And
18
it
years.
wasn't, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't until 2017 with Irma. Well, you did leave
I
for
left
the
in
DR in
2016.
between.
Yeah. And
And
then
then you came back.
I was in a corporate group that I did not like. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they took care of you like crazy, but you weren't allowed to think on your own. You had
Mm.
no right. You had to say what they wanted to hear.
Oh
And
no. Yeah,
you know
yeah,
me.
that is so not you. You have your opinion and you are not afraid of expressing that. So I think that's what you and I have so much in common, besides the empathy and we speak our minds. And I've always loved that about you.
Thank you. And as me for you. And now I was working with that corporate company here, and after 5 years I left. Then the day I left, I sent an email out to my entire database, which is about 3,000. I said, I'm off to New Horizons. And a friend of mine called me and said, I'm picking you up. We're going for a drink. This is not right. He picked me up. We went to the restaurant. He goes, just keep her glass full. My phones were on fire. And at the end of the week, I had 8 solid propositions to come work for other people.
Wow.
And I told them all,
Incredible.
I need some time off
Mm-hmm.
when I get in there. And they all said the same thing, take the time you need. We know what you've gone through. They knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
left, I came back, I started working on my own. And then I had an amazing individual. His name is Jason P. Jordan, who was had become a friend in the real estate business. And one day he said, "Why don't you just come with us to Miami? We have a convention. I'll invite you. See who we are, because I think you can go further with a brand behind you. You have your own brand and you'll keep it. But come with us and see." And I went and I fell in love with EXP International. And I'm blessed to have this person who's my sponsor, as well as a team of international realtors. It's a whole nother level that I would never have
Mm-hmm.
achieved if I did not allow myself to go forward. And that's where we're at today with you, which I am so excited. How can I help you? What can I do? What do you want me to say? What do you want
You
me not to say?
Oh my gosh, I want you to say everything. And I think when we just turned on the camera and we were looking at each other after years of not seeing each other, it's just ridiculous. We both should be ashamed of ourselves for
We
not
should.
taking the initiative. We
We should.
really should. But there is not, there's never been a very long moment that you haven't popped into my mind. There's always been that. I've been keeping track of you, of course, on social media, but it's not the same as when I have you right in front of
No.
me
I'm
here
going to be
by
coming
a
before
camera.
July. We're going to get together. I'm coming before
We're
July
doing
this
it.
time.
We're doing it. No matter where we are in the world, I'm making sure that for those days I'm here.
Amen.
So
Amen.
there's the first thing that I told you after we did our whole dance because we're so excited to see each other. That was so fun. We obviously, the first thing I had to tell you was how remarkable it is because I have not seen you and it has been, correct me
10
if I'm
years,
wrong, since
almost 10 years.
2017, yes, we're almost at 10 years that I have not seen you. Besides, the photos and the videos and whatnot that I see on social media. You have not changed a bit. You look the exact same. You're as gorgeous as ever. I'm like, woman, how? What? How? I was like, are you drinking baby blood? I was like, I want a little bit of that. What is going on?
And I'm
Amazing.
full disclosure. I had a little nip and tuck when I hit 60. After the hurricane, the only thing I recognized in the mirror was my voice. I was just, I always looked disheveled and tired.
Hmm.
And I had put a little slush fund all through my juventud, my jeunesse,
Yeah.
my young days, just in case. So I had the time, I had the investment because it is an investment. I found the
Hmm.
best doctor. I went in with 10 photos of 10 photos the years before, and I said, "This is what I looked like before. This is what's happening now. I don't want to look like a Barbie doll. I just want to slow the joy down a bit so I can enjoy it more." And he goes, "You can wait another 10 years." I go, "Dude, I don't know if I'm going to be here in 10 years. Let's do this now. I have the time, I have the cash, and I have no desire at 75 or 80 to look like I'm 40, you know?" No. So I did it, and it was painless, absolutely painless.
Really?
I did not take one aspirin, one antibiotic, nothing. I
After we're
had a
done with this
little
conversation, I am getting the number of that doctor.
I had one little bruise right here. That was it.
Oh, wow.
And I did because the lids had fallen down, so I had two little
Mhm.
thingies there. I had also taken care of myself before, besides the sun. I did use
Yes,
sunscreen, but I lived in the
always.
sun all the time. But I did do Botox when I started about 39 doing Botox.
Mhm.
And I eat well. I don't eat anything processed. I don't eat anything with 4 legs. I only eat what comes from the ocean and the ground. I drank a lot of red wine, a lot.
Mm.
She is my witness, as is God.
Mm.
Rosé on Sundays.
Rosé on Sundays and on the boat,
Sundays,
yes,
right?
but
And then
otherwise red.
and champagne. I no hard liquor.
Oh, listen, there was
Champagne
no
doesn't
event.
count. Champagne
No,
doesn't
but
count,
champagne was also for special occasions, and
which
it
was
was
every
whenever you
day.
were.
Every day.
Well, it was because you were organizing damn events every day. You were an event organizer. You were in events all the time, and each champagne was always reserved for events. But because you were always having an event, the champagne glass was always there.
I
But
know they use
regardless,
it. Yeah, there's always a picture.
all those pictures, both of us, glasses of champagne was always there. But it is remarkable because you have made sure that the doctor has kept who you are. You don't look unrecognizable. You don't look like a young girl, like super young version of yourself. You look like how you're supposed to be now.
Exactly. I am blessed
It's
because
beautiful.
I am métis because I have the whole DNA of Dominican, and then
Yes.
I have the Swedish. So even
Hmm.
though on the outside I'm a little bit lighter skinned than you, but I am
Yeah.
métis on the inside.
Hmm.
And that
Absolutely.
makes the whole aging process a lot stronger. My mother
Yeah.
also, my whole family is looks young though, the whole family.
That's amazing. That's
And
amazing.
it's the
Now,
food though, it is nutrition.
I was just gonna say, and there is nothing fresher than in the DR. Oh my God, those avocados alone. Oh my gosh, how I miss that. And we get them on occasion, here on St. Martin, we'll get like a batch of the DR, the Dominican Republic, avocados. But I have to say, there's nothing better than that.
The
Those
fruits,
avocados they're the
they're
it.
amazing. The fruits and vegetables here are to die for. I supplement heavily also. I do supplement
Yes.
the omegas,
Yeah.
the D3s, which are really important, and I do
Mhm.
yearly full checkups, bone
Okay, good. And
density
what
and
about
all that.
working out? Any of that?
My assistant is really worried about working me. He says you don't walk, and I don't walk enough. I did work out for about 3 months really well because I had an event and I had something to prove. But it was costing me so much. I had two personal trainers, not one, honey. These old bones need two. I mean, it was a mortgage. So I stopped. I stretched. But I looked good for that event, man. People were like spreading out. Wait a minute, who is this? Um, I I stretch every morning and I do some yoga, light yoga
Mhm.
stretches. I'm I used to be a fitness instructor when I was young for about 30 years, so I'm still living on a little bit of credit. But I have the pouch, I have the tummy, I have the skin that's going south, and that's okay because if you don't like
Mhm.
it, I'm not sending you an invitation to look, please leave. That's all.
There you go. It's as simple as that. And
Yeah.
I don't, yes, we're all afraid of that aging process, but I don't think it's the aging really that we're afraid of. It's probably what people are going to say, what people are going to think.
Mhm.
And as a person who has long stopped giving an F about that, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with, the way I'm aging now. There's,
You look
there's
great.
I have the bags under my eyes, which, coincidentally, I too have been putting a little bit of money on the side for that moment when I never wanted to do anything big, but I do want to get rid of the pouches under my
Okay, here's
eyes.
the thing. First of all,
And I'm coming to the DR, by the way.
they're V-tones, okay? So
Oh, is that what it is?
they're
Vuitton,
V-tones.
Vuitton bags?
Two,
Damn right.
if anybody wants to do anything, I mean, you don't need anything. Maybe if you want to do that. The thing is, when you
Yeah,
take those
this is
out,
this is pretty much this is it.
but I was going to do it and I didn't do it because he said, if I take those out, Barbara, you're going to have these really sunken in eyes and you're
Ooh.
going to have to be
Okay.
filling them all the time.
Oh. You see, that's interesting. I did not obviously I didn't do enough research.
But when you come, we'll go see him. He's down the
Yeah.
street. And second thing, if you can wait, do it all together because it's all going to fall together. If you start doing piece by
Mhm.
piece, it's going to fall at different rates and you're going to look really, really jigsaw puzzle style.
Okay.
It,
And we
w-
do
it,
not want to look like Picasso.
no,
No.
no.
No,
So,
no.
ladies that are listening, if you can wait, do it all at once, even if you don't need a little bit of it. But they have this thing called the deep plane now, which what Chris Jenner did, where she looks really snatched there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That one
yeah.
sounds good. Maybe in
Oh.
10 years.
And we're talking about the Dominican Republic here. It is like the most famous place to go to,
For
And there's even like
BBLs and
for
boobies.
everything.
Yeah.
Listen, there's even a song about it, It's like, I don't remember what the song is, but it does say something like, is it hers or is it from the DR? Something like that. It's like,
You know, it's very funny because there's the clinic that I went to. It was like I went, had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. It was like Grand Central Station. Everybody with their little card, and there's like they're going to
no.
different doctors. I was blessed because I have good friends that are in the industry, and they recommended me, so they put me in a 5-star hotel suite. My cousin stayed with
Oh,
me in a
yes,
row.
please. I was like, that's the thing. The song goes, she went Santo. She went to Santo, 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 something like that. It's like hilarious. And but it is, the DR is so well known for that, and
And
with it
baseball.
really, really good
And
doctors and
baseball.
baseball.
Did you
And
see?
baseball.
Did you see the baseball?
No, I did not. I stay away from sports. I have not seen TV, like regular TV and news. I stay away from all of that. So I have no idea. Other than what is going on in the latest movies and TV shows, I don't know what's going on. I have like no knowledge. Like even social media, I'm kind of like staying away from it right
No,
now.
it's not a
So
bad idea. It's not a bad
no,
idea.
not at all. I'm actually
I'm
quite
working a
quite
lot with
happy I'm
AI
able
right
to.
now, so I have to kind of look into it. But one of the
Mm,
things I want, because I know we have a time frame,
mm-hmm.
we were talking about women, because
Yeah,
this is part of it, but there's the whole other
yeah.
part. And we talked about my birth started at 60 for this now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm not behind, I'm just at a different starting point.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what I've done in these 5 years is a lot, for someone that, I've learned
Mm-hmm.
finance, I've learned a lot about, AI, to the point where I've been told I'm in the 2% now.
It's amazing.
And all this to tell you, you can do it.
Yeah.
You
So
can.
let us go a little bit more into that because I find that so interesting. There's like we as women we forget that we keep reintroducing ourselves and we keep how do you say that, reestablishing ourselves in different ways and in different paths, and then our paths keep changing and our whatever dreams we have keep shifting, etc. But I think it is so important, you said it, you started over at 60, and you and I were talking before we started recording about this thing that when you're saying you're starting over, but when you're starting over, and that is the one thing that a lot of women are so scared about, they want to stay in situations that are not good for them just
They're
because they're afraid.
comfortable.
Exactly. They're in their comfort zone. So they don't want to get out of that because they're afraid of starting over. But it's not starting over. You're starting from experience. You are starting from knowledge. You are starting from, like you said it so eloquently. So please go ahead and say it what you told me before we started recording.
Well, you're not starting over, you're starting from a different starting point.
Hmm. Hmm.
You have a different view, so you know what's going on, and you don't need to start big. You
Yeah.
just need to start.
Yeah.
So that's really important. And then you evolve. And it's
Hmm.
so cool because we put ourselves down. Oh, I'm dumb. I don't, I'm not that good. I tell that to myself.
Hmm.
And my sponsor says, it's not an alcohol sponsor, by the way, it's my EXP sponsor. Um, yeah, just I like to. My sponsor, Jason P. Jordan, you can look him up, he's amazing. Um, he says, Barbara, you don't realize how wickedly smart you are. I'm all,
Yeah.
because I've had my head down for so long
Yeah.
that it's my
Blinders.
normal, and I
Hmm.
don't realize until I start talking to people and say, "Hey, well, okay, what are you doing with your digital imprint? What do do you have this set up? How are you presenting yourself? When you Google yourself, what are you seeing? What works? What are you talking about? Do you have your WhatsApp catalog? There's a catalog in WhatsApp.
Hmm.
You can put your retreats in there and have,
Hmm.
it works on speed, getting information, because it's all about an information society that we live in the business part. So I, you keep, you got to keep open and focus like this. It's
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah.
And learn. And anybody that's not learning AI, the only time we had this mindset shift in intellect was in 86 when internet came out,
Mm-hmm.
when I got
Mm-hmm.
this feeling like I have to jump on this.
Yeah.
And I got a scholarship to learn how to turn the damn computer on, off, and do copy paste. I mean, that's how basic it was, and how to copy a recipe off the
Yep.
internet. That's what, but I knew
Mm-hmm.
I had to get on that bandwagon. When this exploded, I said, I need to understand not just ChatGPT and what it
Yeah.
does and why, but how to use it. And now I'm with Go High Level and doing my workflows. I have a tutor once a week. The kid's 25.
That's
This
amazing.
is another one. I had to. I have my personal
You have,
assistant.
I love how you have this all figured out because that's another thing, especially us women who have not had children. The number one thing that people are like looking at us like worried about us is that you don't have children. Who's going to take care of you when you get older? Like, honey, that's the thing. Make yourself into someone who has everything she wants, and you can pay for the damn things to take care of you when you get older. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. By the way, having kids does not guarantee that they will take care of you. I have seen enough older people in homes that barely see their kids. The kids only visit like once a month. So please don't go there. But I
Yes.
love it how you have figured it out for yourself. You have an assistant, you have this 25-year-old tutor
Tutor.
that is helping you with your AI. You have somebody probably that helps you with working out when you do have any big event coming up or two.
They call me. Are you okay? No, no,
There
I'm
you
fine. It's just
go.
I'm traveling.
So you have your whole support system already, set up. And I love that for you. I love that is what inspires me to do better in what I'm doing, to get to a level where I don't have to worry about who's going to be taking care of you when I'm getting to an age where I need taking care of, which by the way, you are still very far away from.
Um, it's all relevant. It's all relevant. Like I said, 2025 was a year where I was in the hospital. I mean, they knew me by a first name basis. I mean, I would leave and send them 24 sets of brownies to the whole floor
Oh my
because they were
gosh.
so nice to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's another thing. You do create your ambiance, and these little people, you do need, the better you treat them, the better they're going to treat you.
Yeah, that is so true. Always be nice to anybody, whether
Everybody, you
they
don't know
are
who
the
they
one
are.
that is shining your shoes or the one that you are paying to do something extravagant with. It does not matter where they're coming from, what their background is. You be kind to everyone.
And that I am. Now, if I don't
Mhm.
like you or you don't do your job,
Yeah, that's something completely different.
I had a massage during the, see, one of the things I learned as later on as a woman, we're taught this, we have the Cinderella syndrome.
Yeah.
Someone's going to save us and the Prince Charming. And then
Oh my
as a
God.
Latin woman, you're brought to serve the man and not open your mouth and say anything. So I was getting a massage. 3 times I told her I need harder pressure. On the third time, I grabbed my phone. I go, oh my God, I have to go. I have a meeting. She goes, no, no, but you took the package. Yeah, I took a package because that's what they offered. And she goes, well, I can't do it any harder because that's not the package you took. I go, you know what, honey? Let's talk to the director. And she came in. I go, look, this is a huge luxury for me. I don't do this every day. This is a very special time. And I've asked her 3 times because half of my massage is gone, asking her to do pressure. I go, if I want to put oil on my body, I can do it by myself. She goes, I'm so sorry. Let me get you somebody else. She brought somebody else in. We finished. It was really good. The reason for this little story, speak up. You
Yeah.
can. It's okay. I said, don't fire her. Maybe she
But
had a
we are
bad
so
day.
afraid of not being liked. We're afraid that that person
Well,
who we
I
probably
spoke
are
up.
never going to see again, we're afraid of speaking up because, oh, we don't want to hurt her feelings. And better yet, we don't want to be seen as a bitch. And it's just like, you need to speak up.
be the bitch if that's what it takes, and if that's your perception of me being a bitch, because the one that came in and did her
Yeah,
job, she was tipped royally.
exactly.
He was
And
like,
that could have been her.
yeah,
It
so
could have been the one before.
I,
Yeah.
and I'm sure her feet hurt and she wanted to be home with her family, and
Hmm.
I totally get that, which is why I didn't go off on her.
Hmm.
And that's part of my anger management. But because people go off on me when I don't do my job or I get fired. So
Yeah.
speak up, and I've learned to speak up, and it's
Hmm.
hard, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, it is uncomfortable, especially in the beginning when you've never done it before and you have to speak up for yourself. That is something that I had to learn when I started working on myself 3.5 years ago now. And it's crazy how that is so something so simple, yet we are so afraid of doing it. And with me, I know that it was all to do with I don't want that person not to like me. But really, at the end of the day, do I need them to like me?
No.
I had a therapist, and it's so funny that we're talking about this. And I had my life coach actually, and there's one thing that she actually told me, and that is that has stuck with me for a very long time and up to now. Actually, that is my favorite thing to remember to do. She said, so what? So
Yeah,
what if they don't like you?
yeah.
So what if you're not invited back? So what if they tell you to get out of the massage parlor because you're not liked? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. And so, yeah, speak up.
Speak up, ladies.
Yeah, so
You have to.
important.
And I had a great time.
Yeah.
I
Was
was
this now because you and I, both of us, took a little luxury
staycation.
staycation, both of us at the same time without knowing that the other was doing it. I was doing it, and I explained this in just the season, or just the episode before this one. I was talking about my solo birthday experience, which coincidentally that was what do you call it, Semana Santa in the DR. So you booked a hotel in a really cool hotel in the city, and you stayed there for the whole thing and you pampered yourself, and you were saying you meditated. Is meditation part of your daily routine?
It is morning and night. I
Mm-hmm.
listen to Louise Hay.
Ah,
I
yes,
listen to
fantastic.
Joe Dispenza.
Yep. Joe Dispenza has the best meditations, although I am now into some other people as well, but yeah.
Abraham Hicks, of course, a
Yes,
longtime favorite.
obviously.
Those are the
Mm-hmm.
three that I have on rotation.
Yeah.
I to go to sleep because I don't like taking medicine. I
Yeah.
avoid it, especially with all the problems I had with antibiotics. I listen to either delta waves
Mm-hmm.
or I listen to Tibetan bowl
Ah,
sound
yes,
baths,
yes,
and
yeah,
those assist me in going to sleep at night. I've
beautiful.
also I used to go to bed like at 10:30, 11, and I
Mhm.
simply switched the time to a little bit earlier. I still get the 8 hours, but for some reason, something has happened where I can, if I go to bed at 8:30 or 9:30 and wake up early, I get those 8 hours. I feel so much better the entire day. If I go to
Yeah,
bed at 11 and get those 8 hours sleep, I'm grogged the entire day. So if there's
yeah.
a doctor out there who would like to explain to me why, I would really like to know.
But I'm happy that you found out what actually works for you. So that is so important, to listen to your body and let your body tell you what it is that it needs. Because if you're really still and you listen, it's going to tell you what you need nutrition wise. It's going to tell you what you need food wise. It's going to tell you what you need with sleep. It's going to tell you how much water you still need to take. Everything is your body tells you that all the
And
time.
identifying like headaches, like the headache
Hmm.
up here is dehydration, the headache
Yeah.
here is more sinus, the headache here back here is more of the eyesight.
Hmm.
And there's an author called Barbara Neely who
Yeah.
does
Heard of her.
the really good, not holistic, just food as your medicine. I
Hmm.
highly recommend all her cookbooks and workbooks. Keeps me in line.
Fantastic.
And then when worse
I,
comes to worse, yeah, you go to the hospital.
well, of course, when you can't do with anything else otherwise. Is there anything else in your routine, whether it's in the morning or at night, that you think is interesting to share with the listener today?
Hydrate. I have to
Mm,
because of my situation, but I try to do at least 4 or 5 of these a day.
Ooh, and
And
those that is what? How many liters is that, do you think?
that's half a liter.
That looks like half. Do you
Yeah,
think? Only half?
it's a
It looks
half,
big.
a little bit more
Huh.
than half.
Yeah,
I
probably.
have in the morning, I try to do 4 times a week a protein shake that I make with blueberries because those are the best. That was part of
Yeah.
my healing process when I did my nip and tuck. The doctor,
Yeah.
that bromelain and protein, extra hydration. He said, I've never seen somebody in 2 weeks walk out of here like you. And he said, it's
Impressive.
a nutrition and arnica. Um,
Wow.
my routine in the morning, I wake up, I give thanks,
Mm-hmm.
I listen to one of my people,
Mm-hmm.
or if I don't want to take the time, I will just say what I'm grateful for that morning and what I'm open to and what I want to receive and what I'm open to receive. Then I run to the computer. I have
Mm-hmm.
coffee. I love.
Yeah.
I'm a coffee addict. I can't give up.
Yeah.
I've given up wine. I'm not giving up coffee. I bought a Breville. You know those machines, the espresso machine, the real one.
Oh,
But
yes.
Breville. They're not sponsoring this, but it's so good. Then I have the French press, and then I have the
Oh,
Greca. So I
oh my
alternate with
God. So you
those.
choose one of those?
I choose those. I like the Greca because I like
Mm-hmm.
ritual stuff. So I like that
Yeah.
little motion.
Mm-hmm.
And my assistant, he works out in the gym upstairs, and he comes and have coffee with me. When he doesn't work out, he'll come by. So it's our little routine. We have coffee. We see what we have to do for the week. And then I'll shower. I try to dress up even though I work from home because I have a
Mm-hmm.
closet full of clothes. So I try
Yeah,
to
you might
wear
as
them.
well.
I have about,
Yeah.
yeah, I have about 4 or 5 meetings a week online
Mm-hmm.
with my people worldwide for real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've really meditated strongly to work more on more international, and not just pre-construction apartments, but literally hotels and whatnot. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm striving for now. And
Okay.
it's so powerful, Rizal.
Yeah, it really is. I know. I've since
They
adjusted
call me. I
mine to
had
one
three of them
routine.
call me in less than
Mm.
48 hours after.
Wow.
The universe is an extremely obedient child. It will do exactly what you tell it to do, but the
Yep.
intent has to be real.
Yeah.
And oh, okay, you're not a millionaire, Barbara. No, I'm not.
I don't need to be a millionaire either. I mean, like, it'll be nice, but yeah, I don't need it.
Be careful what you wish for. Maybe you'll be a millionaire
Mhm.
because someone you love dies and left you the million. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, no, no.
But you know what? Yeah, exactly. But I think it's also so important to realize that when I truly believe that the more you're trying to manifest into your life, the more good things you're trying to call into your life, it is important also to realize that when you're not getting it, it's not because you don't deserve it. It's
Protection.
because exactly, it's protection. You don't know what needs to happen with other people for you to get this. One. Second, remember the ripple effect, it goes very, very far. And second, I think also, I really believe in this. If you're not yet the vessel ready, if your vessel is not ready to receive,
You're
you
not
will not
going.
receive it.
You're not going.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's super simple. It's like that. And I think I wish more people would be more
Aware.
into this and aware of this, that and still yet see the gratitude that they should have for everything that they do have in life, you know? Because remember, and if I really look at other people, I know that they are looking at me thinking, oh my gosh, it's so good that she has all of that, I wish I could. While I'm looking at other people thinking, oh, I wish I could. But be grateful for what you have, because the little that you have is more than somebody else doesn't.
Exactly. So I'm like, when I bought my first apartment, it wasn't until a year after I realized this is mine. It's like
Mm,
one day I woke up and I said, I'm a homeowner.
wow.
It was so strange because
Yeah.
it was this dream, and I always wanted to come and live here, and
Mhm.
I always wanted to live in a high rise, and I put all that out there. And a friend of mine, she goes, "You always said that's exactly what if you were going to do that and leave the beach, that's what you were going to do." And I did it,
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah,
that is
we're taught not to
amazing.
be proud of ourselves.
That's the thing. And we're also taught not to gloat over it. And I don't think you're gloating, but well, actually, you know what? Damn it, you should. you have accomplished this. You should be proud of the person you are today and all of the things you have accomplished, which is a lot. It's like, I wish more of us could actually just step into that and just be like, I deserve to gloat right now. Yeah, I deserve to actually be proud of what I've done and what I've accomplished.
I think one of the things I'd love to see is that amongst women, when there is a sister that's doing that, that we don't come in with attitude. Who
Yeah.
does she think
Or like,
she
who does she
is?
think she is? Why do we do that?
Celebrate,
Exactly.
celebrate.
Yeah. And it's so easier said than done. There's like so many of us still. Why? Because it triggers something in you. It shows you a mirror, and you, that reflection, you don't like what it's showing you. It's showing you that you don't have what she has. And then you, of course, you're like, you don't appreciate it for the other person just because you're
I'm
still
always
so.
happy
Yeah, me too. I'm always like, I
for people.
really love it when I see, yeah, when I see other people make it. But I have to say, I do fall still into that comparison
Of
thing,
course.
especially with social media, which is like, ugh, which is why one of the main reasons why I'm really trawling back from it. Um, but there is one thing now that I'm seeing, the time is going so super fast. Time flies when you're having fun, girl. I'm
Oh
telling you.
gosh.
But there is something that I wanted to tell to you, that I wanted to talk to you about, because we were just talking about comparison. But also another thing is that some things on social media tend to trigger me. And I have to say, reading your bio, as impressive as I thought it was, and as super proud as I am of that, there is one thing that came up for me. Oh, are
Hmm.
you trying to turn on the
No, I
AC?
put the AC on now. It's getting warm.
Oh, is it hot flashes?
No, that's a whole nother thing. I never had one.
Oh my gosh, you wanted those? Are you serious? Ah,
Maybe it's coming.
wow.
Maybe I'm a late bloomer, but I never had one.
No, well, no, no. I am sorry. Oh my gosh, that is blessed. You are blessed in that scenario for sure.
My mother said it came and went, I didn't see it. So I think that just
What?
it went in my head like, oh, it's going to be like that. A lot of it is psychological.
Yeah, that is true.
A lot
That
of
could be
it.
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, back to what I think you're
So
going
yeah.
to tell me.
So what I was saying is like, I was triggered. I have to be completely honest. I've always been super honest on this podcast. I was triggered because there is one thing that is really that I've been walking around here lately on St. Martin. I've actually ever, even for the first time ever in the 25 years that I've been here, I've started contemplating what it would be like, fantasizing actually, what it would be like to live somewhere else. I think my time here is done, or it's just me facing things that I don't want to face. But what I've noticed is that one of the things that I don't like about St. Martin is how many people from abroad are coming in as investors, building condos and things like that that are completely unaffordable to locals, and also keeping locals out of these developments. Also, in the whole process of it, raising real estate prices, right? Where locals are now scrambling to be able to make something about themselves for themselves. And I think that is what triggered me when I was reading your bio, because here you are also selling parts of the land, right, to these investors that may be coming in from abroad, or even local investors. My thing is, and you and I had a private conversation about this,
Mhm.
which you have made me realize the other part of that. And I'm so happy that you did. So, what would you say to somebody else who is coming with this exact question? Like, okay, here you are selling off local land, and what you're taking away from the locals, but the locals already don't have enough, and da 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 da. We can go all down that rabbit hole very, very fast.
What you're saying is completely legit. I totally understand. Now, what I say is, okay, for generations, women have helped keep families together.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to hold assets together. We don't have enough money. I can't buy anything. Tokenization. Get it together, women. You can't do it as one, do it as four, do it as five. Get your foot in the damn door.
Mm-hmm.
Don't complain. Complain is for the plain. Get out there, roll up your sleeves. Get yourself 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 girls to buy one piece of land if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then sell it off. You sell it to the developers if you want. That is one suggestion. Two, earn globally, invest locally.
Mm-hmm.
I've been an immigrant since I was 25. I went out. I had to go out to make my money because I can't live in the States. I don't want to live in the
Yeah.
States. It's too expensive. It's too crazy. It's not my lifestyle. It's not my style. But I made money outside and then I'm investing it locally here.
Yeah.
Either you buy something small, which is what I did, or I could have gotten together with 3 or 4 women and we could have gotten a little house or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to roll up your sleeves and decide, oh well, yeah, you can do that because you're this and that. No, 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 no. My mother was the youngest of 11 children from a barrio here, and she finally invested at 60 also.
Wow.
So if you invest locally and you invest with people, you're going to create ownership, you're going to create influence, but you got to adjust your mindset and
Yeah.
participate in the ownership. Today, they
Mm-hmm.
talk about tokenization, and we're going to take this $1 million thing, and each token is going to be worth, 500,000. You can buy in because today, a lot of people can't buy a $5 million property, but you can
Mm-hmm.
buy into it as an investment. That's another thing. A lot of us, and I know there's some kick-ass sisters out there that are financial wizards.
Oh,
I come from the
absolutely.
Cinderella syndrome generation where
Damn Disney.
the white horse, the prince is
Oh,
going to
that damn
put
Disney,
me
I
in
tell
his
you.
castle.
Yeah.
But these young women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, my
Yeah.
broker's wife and him are financial wizards. They're the ones that said, Barbara, you can do this. And they broke it down like a sixth grader and said,
That's
this is what you
amazing.
can do. You can do it with someone, or you do this is what you have. You can take a loan. Yeah, 25-year loan. I'm sitting there in the office counting. I'm 60, 25. When am I paying this off? He said, what are you
Mm.
doing? I'm counting on my fingers how much I have left on. I said, no, we got to figure it out. Don't worry. Hook yourself up with people that understand that they can break it down so that you can have financial literacy.
Yeah.
Once again, you're not starting over. You're just at a different starting point. Who would have ever thought a 60-year-old woman bought something? It's like I had to adjust my mindset into an
Yeah.
ownership thing, which is why I didn't understand that I was an owner after a year. I still didn't realize it was mine.
Yeah. You were so in that I'm renting, I'm
It's
renting
not
that
even renting.
yeah.
It's not mine
Yeah, exactly.
because we are
Exactly.
we are infused with that. We've got that
Hmm.
IP. Once again, I'm not talking for you beautiful young ladies out there that got it together.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
I'm like, struggling here with the crutches catching up, but I caught up. And then I was like always going through the thing, oh well, the women of my age that I have friends here, well, they all have grandchildren, they all have their own apartment. Yeah, it's all coming from family. It's like, oh, they didn't buy it themselves. Oh, okay. They don't have any husbands because they're all widowed or divorced. Neither do
Yeah.
I. Kids are gone. I don't have any. They're not in the house. Grandchildren, all my friends that have children, I'm the grandma. Abu
Hmm.
Barbie is my name. So I'm okay. I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
caught
think
up.
that is so interesting that you said that. It's just reframing that mindset. It's like if you're constantly thinking and you're in that group that keeps complaining about what you see around you, but you're not in the group that is actually doing something about it, then you will ever be in the, complaining and being
In the
plain.
complaint group because yeah, complaining is good. You get it off your chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've
But if you're
stopped
constantly
complaining.
in that,
Yeah, I've had
if
to
you're
stop.
constantly complaining and you don't do anything, then you're never going to be in there. You're never going to grow.
Find the solution.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Mm-hmm.
60 grand to put something down. You don't have it. You only have 20.
Yeah.
Get two other people that only have
But I
20.
think that's the thing too. And I think setting priorities to what is important to you is also super important. You know, when we're talking about super big amounts, that is also very uncomfortable for a
I
lot of
was
women because
frightened to death.
it's, of course, because it's amounts that we have only heard of in really, movies about, when Richard Gere was saving freaking, what's her
Julia
name? And
Roberts.
then Julia Roberts in that movie. So it's, we are not used to, especially with women, we are not used to talking about those big amounts. We are not used to about talking about money. We always like stay away from that money. We don't want to say out loud how much we love money either, because then you're being seen as an evil person. It's like all of these thoughts and
You
things
gotta
that we have. Yeah, you're gonna break that generational thing that we have going. It's okay to talk about money. It's okay to want more in life. It's okay to want to be a millionaire or a billionaire or a gazillionaire, whatever it is. It's okay to want all of that. And yes, it is damn okay to go after what you want. And I
exactly.
think, like with you, with what you said, like you said, yes, there's different ways of doing that. But I admire how you're also now, you are teaching other women to do that. And I want to go a little deeper into that. It was like, what can you tell us? I mean, that's definitely so interesting. What are the things that you are now teaching others to start doing besides, getting involved with AI and, all of the intricate world of real estate?
Self-worth, helping women understand self-worth, and that you don't, I mean, yeah, you do have, sometimes you're going to have to put up with stuff that's not good, like I did for five
Of
years
course.
in a position. Okay. But I knew why.
Hmm.
Why am I letting this happen? So you have to understand your why and your where. Why am I here and where I want to go?
Mm.
Because when you have everything stripped from you, like what happened to me with Irma, because I mean, I had a rock star lifestyle in St. Martin. I did, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And to come here and nobody knows you, nobody cares, pushes you
Hmm.
aside, you are invisible. Plus, the fact
Hmm.
is, you get older, you are
You're
considered
older.
invisible.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
exist. So you don't need permission to own. You need a plan.
Hmm.
And if you have to get in a group of women and say, okay, how much can you bring to the table? How much can you, let's buy this piece of land that we want. Little by little, it's like, yes, we can.
Yeah.
Get yourself
Yeah.
a good realtor that understands what you want to do. You also have to, you can't just go out there and buy land. I mean, have like, I have my sponsor in EXP that has guided me immensely in my learning process. And then for women that used to be 60, it meant, oh, you got to slow down, you can't dress like this, no, you have to disappear.
Yeah.
Today it means taking control.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wear that. Okay, yeah, I don't particularly like how ruffled skirts look on me, but I didn't like them at 14 either.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear it now because I think I look like a clown, and I don't like clowns. I don't like clowns.
No, they're very frightful.
So I've taken control.
Hmm.
I love heels. I've got a pair of thigh high Pretty Woman boots that I will wear to
There
events
you go.
still. I
There you
will
go.
rock my boots. They're like this high and a
Oof.
high low skirt. Oh, I kill it with those boots. But otherwise, I'm in my Hokas. You know why Hokas? Because yes, they are expensive. They're ugly, but they're comfortable. And I rather spend that money on something comfortable for my feet that keeps the whole rest of my body intact. And I'll just
Yeah.
eat spaghetti for a couple of weeks until I can
Yeah.
balance it out.
There we go.
But
So
rock
interesting.
it.
So listen, is this something that you are, do you think this is something that you are willing to start doing in the future? Teaching other women how to,
I do it when people ask me to.
yeah.
I do
Yeah.
it. I had a couple years ago, I was in Boston for a convention and I was receiving an award. And I had this whole thing, Academy Award acceptance speech. I went rogue and got really vulnerable and explained to them that it's okay that you can be older and you know, your first apartment, and you don't have to put up with things that, you know, that there is a way, but you have to change the mindset. Don't start,
Hmm.
you don't need to start big, but you got to start.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to buy a small service room in a, you know, 10 by 10, a little apartment with a bed, a maid's room. Fine,
Yeah.
buy that first
Yeah.
and sell it. But
Make a little bit of money
if
and
I,
invest.
there are women investment, there are investment groups of women to get together and say, okay, who can bring in this? Let's buy this. Boom, they buy it. It's not to live.
Yeah.
It's just to invest and sell and resell. It's fascinating, and I regret, and I don't have a lot of regrets, but I regret that I didn't investigate or dive into that whole world, that money can work for you. And I,
Hmm.
because one, I didn't know, no one told me.
Nobody told you. And nobody
Two,
told
I
us.
was having too much fun. I was comfortable.
You were.
I was comfortable.
Yeah.
We had this, I don't know about your lifestyle now. I have a boring lifestyle now.
I
But
wouldn't say it's boring. I think say it's very me now. You know, I am past those days of constantly having to be out and being seen and drinking rosé and champagne at events, and my cat is making an appearance. Please
hi
sit
there,
over
cat.
there.
But it was, Marcel, it was fun.
It
So
was so much fun.
we need to
And it
have more
doesn't say,
fun.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that we're not having fun now.
I'm not, I'm not having fun. I'll say honest.
That is so very hard to believe that.
I don't laugh as much as I do anymore. And I guess this is like an old person's problem, I've read.
I don't think it is. I think it's you're missing your friends in St. Martin problem.
Yeah, I do. I was speaking to my godson yesterday. I'm going to be coming before July because I got to do some paperwork over there.
We
So
are
I'm going to come
definitely
and
going to get
see.
together.
I know. Are you still having a retreat in June?
I am still doing my
That's
retreat, but now,
publicity,
oh
advertising.
my God. Listen, I know, but guess what?
What?
I've decided to do a little something different. I now offer solo retreats on the island.
Honey, there's a name for that.
Oh, what do you call that?
There's a name for that. And it has an ID card. I think you need to rephrase that.
I, I know, it's like private retreats.
Why don't we say personal guidance,
Let's just do
adventures?
personal guidance. Let's just take the word retreat out of it for a second. It's
I think
it's
it's more personal that we have to
I
pull
know.
out of it.
I know. It's oh my gosh. Now you're making me think of how I need to actually sell this thing. No, but I think because you know why? This is the
Curated
one thing.
guidance. Curated
There you go.
guidance.
There you go. But you know what? I have been looking for that curated guidance for myself and not in a group setting. I wanted to do it in a private thing,
Coaching.
right?
Coaching.
Yeah. And then so I've been looking at it in the DR because there are some of these private retreats happening there.
But
And
curated one on one, or I know there are
one on
some.
one, one on one. And then so that is what I'm going more into, as well as the group one that happens every June. But yes, I'm going to be having the
In
one on
June.
one as well.
But what are you
Yeah.
having, the June one?
Yeah, this one is actually, I've turned it into a one on one. And then next year, I'm going to have a group again, but I'm going to have more of the one on ones. I
Now,
think I
one on
like
ones,
that.
how many days?
It's for like 3 to 5 days, not more than that. And it is completely customized to what the person wants and needs to get out of it. It is focused on what you are getting out of it at the end. It is also completely all inclusive. So it's going to include accommodation. The only thing you need to do is find a way to get to St. Martin. That's pretty much it. And then everything is in there. Whatever it is that you want to work on, that you feel you need to work on, you can do it very intensely with me with you every day, or you can do it where we have our workshops and get coaching sessions one on one once or twice, and then the rest of the time you do it yourself. But most of it, I think most people would want like an itinerary that is already set, that is completely customized to what it is that they need to get out of it.
Have you done like a survey as what people want or need?
Yes, and usually it is the confidence that they need to build, or there is something that they're dreaming about that they want to have help kind of like getting started on. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, the start of kind of like exactly helping you. Like, for instance, if you are going into real estate, it's not exactly me telling you how to get started in real estate, but more of the mindset you need to focus on in order to go after that dream or that goal that you have in your life. So yeah, I am somebody who has a down pack on how to get over fears, but I'll be honest, at times I am still the one that's like, oh, there's a little fear inside there. But I know now what to do with it.
What scares you?
It depends on what I'm facing. It really is. I don't have like one fear exactly, but I have many little fears that might show up in different situations. For instance, I want to really launch this one on one retreat right now. There's something that is still holding me back. And I think I am just fear of failure keeps coming up for me. But you know
Or
what I
fear of
have
success.
or fear of success. Exactly. That is another thing that can come up in a lot of different ways too. So what I've learned is that I'm not really scared of failing. I know that in failure is the lesson.
Yeah,
There is no
for
lesson
sure.
in success. There's lesson in the failure. That is where, like what we said in the beginning of this before we started recording, we were talking about all the mistakes that we have made in life. And what we've done with that is not money that was lost. That was money that went into the college fund. You learned something, right? So, and you know not to do it again. So, yeah, how did this become a freaking coaching one-on-one with Barbara Warren, by the way?
I just wanted to know what you were scared of.
So interesting. But I have to ask you, just as we're wrapping this up, because I can't believe we're over an hour already.
I know it's been great.
What is something that you are now working towards?
Bigger, bigger,
Mm,
bigger projects, and the knowledge that it takes to pull that off to the end. That's what I'm working
yeah.
on.
Okay.
Working with the tools that have come up and
Yeah.
master. And believe me, it's not for me. It's not easy. I'm a
Hmm.
creative. I'm not a
Yes, you
system.
are. Hmm.
So my tutor is really helping me, and it's good because he's not a creative. So I said, look, this is the vision. This is what we want to do. We want to get here. This is the goal. And then he plugs it in. But I want to be the one now that learns how to plug these systems in and the workflow and this and that. And it's a long process. I feel like a non-stick pan sometimes. It just
Mm.
slides off. It's like how stupid I am. So what I've learned and what I'm working on is that before I couldn't even set up my social media planner.
There you
I was
go.
that was like, oh my God. And now I whiz through it.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to work on CSV um, sheets that I can upload into the system that will just spit it out in order. So I'm trying, that's what I'm working on. And then the
Yeah.
reason being so that when I'm getting these bigger pieces of the cake, that I know where I can put them, how I can put them
Hmm.
successfully in certain people's hands. And we
Right.
talked about money quickly. Also learning to keep insisting on my worth before I would go into something and not really talk about the money now. Okay, I can bring this type of buyer in for your project and I need 2% equity
Hmm.
or I'm not giving you any contacts and I need a contract written in that format.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah. We got no time to waste. Let's go.
No, we don't. But then on top of it, being able to say, this
Yes.
is what I need.
Hmm.
Somebody, I'm expensive. I'm like organic and vintage. So my fees are really up there.
Hmm.
And somebody the other day's like, but you didn't do anything. I go, you made 85 million. Do you think I didn't do anything? Because I hooked you guys up and you made that money?
Yeah.
I go, come on, don't even talk to me. So your worth is not judged on sweat equity.
Yeah.
Your net worth is your network.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm the Caribbean Nexus. I nexus people up.
That's amazing.
So, ladies, guys, you do what you want. I'm talking to my ladies. Um, the worst thing they can say is, "Oh no, we can't pay that," and the worst you can say is,
Yeah.
"Okay," or "No, thank you, bye."
Yeah.
But
That's it.
you have to have something to back it up, Brazil. You got to
Yeah.
have the goods, and I work on those goods every
Mm-hmm.
single day. And to keep your mind active as you get older is very
Yeah.
important. I've never been as sharp mentally as I am right now. Never,
Yeah.
never, never, never.
I think it's also important to, yeah, that you may not be able to do something right now, but if you learn the skills, you will master it. It takes time, it takes dedication. You will not be perfect at it in one go. It will take time, but you will get there. And I think that's another thing why so many people, or so many women especially, are so afraid of doing, or of going into what they want to go into, is because, well, I don't know it. No, of course you don't know it yet. But once you start taking the steps and you learn it, you will get there eventually. I was not a speaker like this, you know me, Bar.
I
You
remember.
remember that
That's why I'm
I
so
was never
proud
like
of you.
so. Oh my gosh, this is practice makes perfect. It really does. It's I was so always so afraid to speak up because English is not my first language. I will struggle over my words. I will not have a quick comeback, and I may not still not have that quick comeback, and I still mispronouncing words in English now here and there. But I am dominating when I'm talking. I am getting my point across. And
And
I think
very
that's
well.
so important. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was lovely having you on the podcast. Now, before I go, I do want to send out some rapid fire questions.
Sure.
You don't get time to think, just the first thing that comes to mind.
Can I?
Okay,
If it's a bad word, is that okay?
that's okay. That's okay. We're going to leave it in there. This is an honest conversation. I never censor anything, I leave it as it is. I love this. Okay. All right. Favorite podcast?
Yours.
Obviously. Favorite book?
The Alchemist.
Good one. What will Barbara Warren be doing? Barbara A. Warren,
Thank you.
let's be clear. Yes, be doing at 75.
Rocking it with her boots.
Oh, with the stiletto boots. You got it, girl. That should be all our dreams, really, right there. I love
I
it.
got applause when I bought those 5 years ago.
Of course you did. What
When I
color are they?
tried the black,
Oh,
I the
girl.
same ones as Pretty Woman, except real
I
thin.
love it.
I when I tried them on, all these people in the store, they're like, and then of course I had to whine,
Of course you did.
and I manifested them. We went out to an outlet in Florida. I was with a bunch of the ladies in a real estate association. I go, ladies, we're looking for a thigh high pair of black boots with high heels. Let's
I
find them,
know.
and we found them.
Wow. I am coming to the DR and I'm going straight to your closet to look at these boots.
Please, please
And I
come.
think if
You know
I'm
we
not,
do.
if memory serves me correctly, I think we wear the same size. I'm just saying.
No problem. No problem. I even wear. I was doing a red carpet, and I wore these motorcycle boots underneath because the
Ah,
red carpet
yes.
was over. I put a gorgeous ball gown, and I had these Harley Davidson boots underneath my ball gown.
Why not?
Oh,
Why not?
but you're short. I go, you don't know. Maybe I'm 4 inches shorter and I have lifts. You don't know. Where be comfortable because that's where you shine the most.
Yes, yes, that is so true. That is so true. Ah, I love this. I loved our conversation today. Thank you so much for this. I am so happy that you could make the time for this. And now you have inspired me so much with this convo. You really have. And I hope you have inspired
I am
our
inspired.
listener as well. I really do. So if anybody wants to get in contact with you, whether it is to get involved in whatever it is that you do, if they have any questions on how to get started in real estate, if they want any kind of guidance whatsoever in finance and all of that, is this something, is it's something that you offer, and so if so, how can they come in contact with you?
The easiest way would be on Instagram
Hmm.
at Lady B SXM, of
Oh,
course.
you still have that. I love it.
Of course, at ladybsxm.com. I'm also on LinkedIn, Barbara A. Warren.
Hmm.
Then those are my basic twos. I have Caribbean Real Estate Dreams on Facebook. I have Santana Lifestyle Properties and my website for sales, Precon, which is buywithbarbara.com. So I have an array depending on the different clientele,
Hmm. Hmm.
but at Lady BSXM or Barbara A. Warren on LinkedIn. And by all means, and like I said, for generations, women have helped keep families together.
Yeah.
Now it's time to hold assets together.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it alone. You
I
don't
love
have
that.
to. What
Hmm.
happens if somebody fights? Okay, she sells out, or you buy
Yeah.
it in, or she sells out. If you look into a little bit of what tokenization is and whatnot, it's the same old thing.
Hmm.
And like that beautiful word in African, Ubuntu.
Hmm.
Have you heard
And
of
I
this?
mean,
Ubuntu is there's for one, there's for everybody. It's
mm,
everybody gets part of it. There's that beautiful
yeah.
story about the photographer. You'll look it up. It's a beautiful story, and it's he couldn't understand that he had done a race for the kids, and the guy who wins the race gets the basket full of goodies, and
Hmm.
the kid won. He came back to the group and he handed out a goodie to everybody. He goes, "Why don't you keep it for you? It's all yours. You won." He goes, "No, it's Ubuntu. It's for everybody."
That's beautiful.
And real estate is
That's
you can
beautiful.
do it. You can create
Yeah.
your wealth together.
And I think number one thing that women need to know also is that there is enough of the pie to go around. It
Oof.
doesn't mean that if you have millions, that there's not enough for me to get millions too. It really isn't. We need to change that mind frame completely. We need to change that. We need to really start thinking, hey, listen, how can I get a bigger slice of the pie, just like the other person has it, or even more? There is enough to go around. There really is.
And you're not going to get more because you stepped on your sister.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
going to get more. There's a thing called karma we didn't even get into.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You can do it in a decent way, and you can do it being the person, the sweet person that you are. And evil does, and I mean, like, money does not make you evil. You're the people that are evil with money, they were already evil before. They were evil as poor people
People
too.
say money changed you. That's not true.
That's not true. Mm-mm.
Money shows people who you are.
Yeah. And if you're a decent person, it's just going to enhance that. So,
Let's see.
I hate to cut this conversation here because, but I think I need to bring you back. I really do. I
Yeah,
want to
sure.
go a little bit more into the finance part of things. I think that's a super important topic to talk more about money, especially amongst us girls. So thank you again, Barbara. Thank you so much for
It's
being
been a
here.
pleasure.
All of the links to your social media and of course to your website, that is going to be in the notification. And it is also, if you're watching this on YouTube, it is going to be below in the description below this video. So you can get all of that right there. I've done all the homework. You only need to click on the link. That's as easy as I'm going to make it for you.
And
So,
subscribe.
and subscribe, obviously. Not only subscribe, leave a star or two, whatever you think this podcast deserves. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. I love reading my comments. And leave something there for Barbara too. All right.
Yes, I actually have a YouTube channel, but I have not given it the love it deserves. But it's SLP809. Check it out. It's cool, but nobody seems
Okay.
to know where SLP809.
I am going to check it out. I am so checking it out. And I'm linking that below too. Are you doing anything with your YouTube?
No, I need a little help,
Okay. All right. I'm linking that too. So go show some love. I'm going to show some love too.
and I will for
And
you.
it has been a pleasure again, ladies. Thank you so much.
Stay sweet.